What's happening? What's going on, social media fans and people out there? I'm Ralph. This is Miss LA.
What's up?
We are here with the LA Experience, also Boss Barber Special Skills, and GBR Girl Barbers Rock. Um, we do these segments every Sunday, which is called The Truth Burns. And of course, for this Sunday, this particular segment is called The Value of a Vision. So, we're going to allow a few people to jump on first. Let's see, Cosmogul, Social, what's going on?
Mr. Man.
Mr. Man, what's happening, man? Hair Swag, what's going on, John? We'll let a few more people jump on, but once again, the title for this week is The Value of a Vision. Mm-hmm. So, before we jump on in there, we'll actually run fade and jump on. What's happening? Everybody jump on quickly. What's happening? We'll talk a little bit about last night, shall we?
We
you
shall.
know what I mean? Hey, I just want to say, you know what? Really, we tired. I can tell you that right now. He say he hot and he tired, boss. That's how we tired.
Yeah.
We always put in work. We were blessed. I can tell everybody we were blessed to get this opportunity last night. And we were actually involved in a fashion show last night, which is actually with Las Vegas International Fashion Week. And so definitely want to kick a shout out to Shimmer Magazine, the company, which was actually, they did their runway show here in Vegas. I know they have another one they put on in Los Angeles and then another one in New York as well. So we were blessed to be a part of the show behind the scenes last night, doing hair and makeup, of course.
Yeah.
Doing our thing. We had the LAX Glam Squad in the house. Yeah. So definitely shout out to the Glam Squad. Yeah. Who was it? Brianna.
Yeah. Shout out to Brianna,
Serenity.
Kira was a new person with the team. Thank you guys. We did probably over 20 models, hair and makeup. Great opportunity. Met a lot of fantastic people. We met some celebrity stylists that was off the chain. I thank God for the connections. Yeah,
one designer last night actually, she styled Tyra Banks. She didn't have Cardi B,
Meg
the Stallion.
She has a lot.
It's a lot of celebrities that she's actually styled with her.
So I'm gonna tell you guys.
Design.
You remember when Cardi B did that song? I'm not sure if it was with what's the guy that's something blue. But she had the cowboy suit on. It was It was pink.
It was pink and light blue.
Yeah,
with the cowboy glittery.
Yep, cowboy hat with a matching outfit. Well, that outfit was designed by one of the designers that was there last night. So Cardi B was actually wearing her design. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah. So we were able to meet her, get her business card and everything, and really make some nice connections. So
What's
definitely.
Up, Q?
What's going on? Shout out to everybody once again that was a part of the show. DPMG Modeling Agency. To my boy Herbert. Shout out to him. Xavier, who was actually him and his partner that's over this facility that actually hosted the show. So shout out to Xavier as well with Billion Schmidt Production Studio here in Las Vegas. So shout out to them as well.
Yeah.
So anyway.
So let's get into it, you guys.
How about we just go ahead and dive on in. Of course, today's topic, once again, like we said, the value of a vision. So, first of all, let's put the question out there to everybody.
I know where you're going.
So, what does it mean to have a vision?
Right. So, we would like to hear your responses.
We want to hear some responses from you all.
Yeah. What do you think having a vision means?
Exactly. what does it mean to have a vision?
Mm-hmm. What does it mean to you?
Exactly. What does that mean?
As Cat Williams would say, we'll wait. On your responses.
But, you know, I don't know. You know what? One thing about it, as far as with just this is in my opinion, when you talk about having a vision, first of all, we want to make sure that that vision is actually it comes to us from God. It's being led by God, and that's first and foremost.
Yep. That's what Pastor Man said. Tap into the
higher power. Exactly.
Right. That's exactly what you said.
Yep. Exactly. Yep. Exactly.
Q says being able to see what's not there.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
That I like that.
Yeah.
Being able to see what's not there.
That's right.
You know what? Because a lot of people are blocked by that. Let's see. Art of Fate said
something you see happening in the near future.
True.
Yes.
True. Definitely true. You know, because one of the things about it is if you are not a visionary or a person that, you know, can see these things or able to vision yourself doing things on the next level, you know, partner up with somebody that is a visionary. Hair Swag, we got Don said, walk by faith.
Yes.
Exactly. Exactly. I mean, you know, really partner up with somebody that is a visionary, that you see that have accomplished certain things that you would like to accomplish. He said, not by sight.
Yeah. Walk by faith.
Walk by faith, not by sight. Definitely. Because, and it doesn't have to be somebody that always have to have a ton of money, they ton of rich or whatever, you know what I mean? But it could be anybody. Anybody. It can be your grandmother, anybody. Somebody who you admire, like as, you know, them, either your mentor or anything like that, you know, could be a vision, you know, kind of partner up with you to kind of help you come up and find out what is your vision? What do you see yourself doing? You know, in the near future, short-term future, and long-term. Because for us, a vision, let me say for me, for vision is like, almost like a roadmap. You know what I mean? A vision is a roadmap that, you know, you have these goals. You have these not only target goals, but you also have stretch goals as well. That's one of the things that, you know, I taught my wife a little bit when it comes to having stretch goals as well. So that was a certain company that taught me that. You not only have regular goals, but you have stretch goals as well.
Yeah, and when I personally think about vision, I feel like since we say it's coming from a higher power, we say it's coming from God, I personally feel like it's an assignment from God. So when it's a vision from God, then it's an assignment that he wants you to do. He wants you to be obedient to that thing that he gives you. And, you know, like Hair Swag says, you walk by faith, not by sight. This vision also is given only to you. So, like, even though me and my husband are married, it may not be our vision. It's mine or it's his.
Right.
And only you can see it. So you have to be obedient to the assignment that, you know, God gives you. So that kind of leads me into my next question, because this actually happened to me recently. How do you know the vision is from a higher power? How do you know it's from God and not from yourself? That is a good question, because sometimes you can be thinking about something, but is that vision from you, or is that vision from God or the higher power? Your higher power.
Exactly.
How do you know the difference? So that's our next question to you guys. How do you know?
Exactly. How do you know when it's a vision given from God or that higher power or your vision? Yeah. Let's see what Mr. Man said. Being obedient to God may conflict with loved ones.
Yes, it will.
Ooh,
that is a good one. Yeah. It will conflict with loved ones because, again, it goes back to that the vision is yours. So unfortunately, and people, once life has happened, and this has probably already happened to you, you will notice a lot of people won't believe in your vision. They will tell you not to do the vision. But at the end of the day, it's about what God wants you to do. Remember, it's an assignment.
Exactly.
So vision to me, it relates back to this is an assignment that I have to do from God. If it's something that, let's say, Ralph don't like that I'm doing or whatever, I have to be obedient to God personally, because that's a commitment that I've decided to make to him. And whether or not he understands it or not, I really can't be upset with that, and I have to keep moving. But you're right, Mr. Man. Being obedient to God, it conflicts with loved ones, and it can cause problems with loved ones. So you have to make a decision at that point. Do I do what loved ones want me to do, or do I be obedient and do the assignment that God wants me to do?
Exactly. Roy, what's going on, man? We got Roy that just jumped on our Rock Styles.
What's up, Roy?
So, one of the things about it is, especially as a couple, you want to make sure that, even you have individual visions, but at the same time as a couple, you definitely have to make sure that you work together and you're on the same page when it comes to the visions. You know what I mean? Because if you're in two different fields and you got two different visions and everything, you still have to work together. When you're in, you basically have business together as a couple, and there's multiple things and goals that's underneath that vision, that's dealing with that vision. You definitely have to make sure that you prioritize and make sure that you are on the same page. You know what I mean? So, because I know that's things like with my wife and I, to where I be thinking at times like, hey, we need to go do this. Let's go do this first. And she's like, nope, we need to go here. And we've had those types of conversations where we're like, okay, let's come together, let's have a meeting and see what God wants us to do and what path we want to be on. And so we've had to have those types of meetings in order to make sure that with our business and our brand, that we are making sure we're maintaining that path on that roadmap towards our vision. Jazzy, what's going on? Let's see.
Yin and yang.
Mr. Man said yin and yang. Definitely.
So listen, you guys, back to that question we asked earlier. How do you know if the vision is from God or from yourself? So this is a recent question that I just asked God this past week. Because I've had something on my mind for over 15 years, and I don't know if I was placing that there or if it was from God. And it was amazing, you guys. I was listening to a motivational video, and it had nothing to do with vision. And in the video, he started talking about vision, and he said the same thing. Do you guys want to know if a vision is from you or from God? I'm like, really, God? Really? That's what we doing? Yeah. So he was saying that how you know that it's from God is, or how higher power, if you don't believe in God, is if it feels like a burden. And so at first for me, I took it negative. I'm like, no, I don't feel like it's a burden. I feel like, it's just there.
Yes.
Yes, it does take, Mr. Man says it will take you out of your comfort. Absolutely.
Yes.
And then what he says is, not only does it feel like a burden, but it feels like it's something that you have to do before you leave this earth. And that's exactly what I feel right now. Over 15 years, I've had this vision, and it won't go away, you guys. So no matter how much I try to not think about it, and sometimes I try to take the road to the left or to the road to the right, it keeps bringing me back onto that path where I'm supposed to go. And so now I know, and I've got my answer, that what I've been thinking about for these past 15 years is kind of bad that it's been that long. But, it's a time and a place for everything, right? So I know now it's from God, and guess what? Because I know it's an assignment from God, I have to be obedient and do it.
Right.
And like Ralph said, he may not understand why I have to do it, but at the end of the day, I want to leave this earth saying, you know what? At least I tried.
Exactly.
Remember, it may be successful, it may not be successful, but I personally feel like if it's an assignment from God and you do what it is that he tells you to do, it's always going to be successful. That's what I feel. So your vision is very valuable, and this goes back to the title. I
said full steam ahead.
Yes, full steam ahead for sure. But we was talking about the value of vision. Now, if you put everything together, Now we see why the vision is valuable, because it's not coming from us.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's coming from the higher power, or if it's coming from God, this is what makes it valuable, because it's what he wants us to do, and that's what he designed you to do. So whatever it is that you've been having on your heart, whatever it is that you feel like you're supposed to be doing in life, and it won't go away, you go to sleep, you wake up, it's still there, then you got to know that it's from God.
Exactly.
It's from the higher power.
And the one thing about it is, God will always make a way. You know what I mean? We can testify to that, period. Like we in church. We can testify.
Hallelujah.
You know what I mean? Because, he's done things for us that's just been unbelievable. Just amazing, by having a vision. And then not only have a vision, but make sure you write it down.
Yes, that's important.
That's important. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because write it down. That way it stays in front of you. You got to have it, and have it on paper and have that roadmap, mm-hmm. In order to continue to guide you. Mm-hmm. Put it somewhere where you see it every day.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Put it, like for us, it's on our refrigerator.
Mm-hmm. And let me tell you something. I'm going to tell y'all guys something else. Like Ralph was saying, put it where you can see it. Before Boss Barber Lounge happened, we bought the banner first. So we bought the retractable banner. We put it in the dining room. And every morning and every day, we had to walk by this sign that reminded us that we have to create Boss Barber Lounge. Every single day. For the first time, we write stuff on the refrigerator like Ralph said, but seeing that banner every day, it helped us come up with our business cards. It helped us come up with what type of flyers we want to create. It helped us come up with what type of the barber lounge, how we wanted it set up. It just every day made us keep thinking about how we can keep, create this image of the barber lounge and make it come into fruition. Every single day that thing was up. Yeah. Ralph wanted to take it down one time. I was like, nope, I actually like looking at it every single day because it's taking up space in the dining room.
Right.
But I actually liked it, and that's where we are right now. We're in the Boss Barber Lounge.
So those are the types of things that, not only with a vision, not only do you write it down, but you show action.
Yes.
You have to show action as well. Even if it's something small, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To get the business card. Right. Create the business card.
What about the banner?
Banner like we did. You know what I mean? Retractable banner, signage. Mm-hmm. Anything to say, hey, you know what? I'm going to continue to move forward with my vision, and it's going to come, into existence.
So I'm going to tell you guys something else. My father-in-law taught us to do as well. Not only did he teach us to write it down, but he taught us to write it down very specific. All the way to if you want a certain tree in there, you want a certain plant in there. Right. Let's say that you want, like I'm just looking around right now, like we got a big screen in here. We got the ring lights in here, curtains and whatever it is. You want red chairs, black chairs, purple chairs, whatever it is, very specific to the detail. So now when me and Ralph write our vision down, we like very specific. I'm trying to see. It is now to the trees, to the plants. If we want to have a booking site, if we plan to have, like I'm looking around, we got towel warmers. We want shampoos with our name on it. We will go get a blank shampoo container, put our logo on it, so that way we can see that vision of this is what we plan to have.
Exactly.
And when you write this stuff down, you guys, it doesn't necessarily say that you're going to do it tomorrow. What Roy
said, Boss Barber Lounge is off the hook. Everybody get to Henderson, Nevada, and check it out. Appreciate it, Roy.
Mr. Man says it's a work of art.
It's a work of art.
Thank
Exactly.
We're still working on it.
Jamie done jumped on. What's up, Jamie?
Hey, Jamie. You know what? Thank you for all that and how beautiful it is, but we are still working on it. But like we said, we were obedient and we started. You see what I'm saying? You got to get started and show action. That's what Ralph was saying before. We have a vision of what we want Boss to ultimately look like. However, we got to get it started right now.
Exactly. I can tell you like this. We have basically our vision, and you can't share your vision with everybody. That's another key piece.
So they go back to what Mr. Man said earlier about their loved ones, to cause conflict with loved ones.
Right, so right. Because you cannot share your vision with everyone, because everyone is not meant to find out about your vision and to be a part of your vision.
Right.
So, just be mindful of that. Be mindful of that.
True.
Because, right now with our vision, we haven't shared with anybody. It's just us two.
Yeah. Y'all kind of see us doing stuff and it kind of happens and then y'all see it. Whereas before we used to be so excited. Guess what, people? This is what's happening. This is coming up. We don't.
They wouldn't understand it anyway.
No, they wouldn't.
You're right. You're right. Because the thing is, it's when you excited, you can tell when your vision is right. When things happen for you, and God makes a way, that higher power makes a way to just open up doors for you, and just. I'm telling you, that's how you know you are on the right path of your vision. Because that show last night, I can tell you this. Story behind the fashion show that we was a part of last night was...
Oh, wow, yeah.
And I can tell you this.
I forgot.
I stay on it a lot of times as our booking manager, basically, for Miss LA. So I stay on social media, different places, Eventbrite and all of that. So... I end up finding this on Eventbrite, this particular event, right? I saw it. I'm like, okay, this was October last year. So you put together a nice professional email. It's almost like a little snippet of who we are, what we bring to the table, and actually shot that out to the person who organized the fashion show, who was over the fashion show. And didn't hear anything. At all. No email back, nothing. This was October last year. And next thing you know, when was this? Only
last week.
Last week?
Like last Tuesday or Wednesday.
Last Tuesday or Wednesday, they finally contacted us back and actually spoke with Miss LA and said, you know what? The email finally got to me. This is the person who's over that organizing. The email finally got to me, and I see that you sent it back in October. So this was months, people. And I can tell you that. That's God and that high power that's actually working for you in your vision when you have things like that to happen. Not only did they say, oh, yeah, we like what your email stated and you bring to the table as a makeup artist, hairstylist, blah, blah, blah. But then they asked her to help coordinate and bring a team together for the fashion show,
right?
For the hair and makeup. So not only was she a part of it and we were a part of it, but then we actually helped to coordinate the behind the scenes, the backstage for the hair and makeup.
Yep.
And then I was actually taking photos or whatnot back there behind the scenes and everything. And so now she just texted us today and said, hey, please, could you shoot me all those photos and videos and all that good stuff? And then that way she can go ahead and actually utilize that material and post us, whether it's going in their magazine or whatnot, social media page, whatever. Nobody but God.
Yeah.
Email went out October. Didn't hear anything till January.
Right.
Amazing.
Yeah. So you guys, when it comes to your vision, like Ralph was talking about earlier about writing it down, there's many ways you can do it. So like we got PowerPoints right now on the computer. So if a lot of you guys have PowerPoint, that's a good way to do it. Go into Google Images, find images close to or what it is that you want to happen. For us, we're very creative. So I'll go in there and find some blank business cards, drop my logos in there so I can see what it looks like. If I want curtains or whatever, I go find it and then just place all this stuff out there. So at least visually you can see it and then start putting it together. Exactly. Other ways is vision boards. You guys have heard of vision boards. Get those poster boards. Actually, the school, Roy, I don't know if y'all participating or not, but I think Tuesday is when y'all have to turn them in. But the vision boards. So the vision board, it could be anything, you guys. It could be about your business. It could be about your life. It could be about vision board for sure.
It's a vision board. Yeah.
Yeah, it could be anything on that board that you want. It could be about my vision is I see myself in this huge house. I see myself in this certain barber shop, beauty shop, and this is what the shop looks like. I'm gonna own my own shop. This is what it's gonna look like. This is what my new house gonna look like. This is what my new bedroom gonna look like. Whatever the vision is, you write it down.
Exactly.
Specifically. So if you want...
Snipes and John.
Hey, Snipes.
Snipes, what's going on, bro?
You know, another thing, too, students did this, too. I actually did it with them, is create a model of your vision. So I kind of create a baby model of what I wanted the shop to look like, but I did the Barbicide jars. I customized them to our logo. What else I did? I found the chairs that I really want to buy. The barber chairs. Yep, the decor. What color I want the floor to be. What color the walls were going to be. You know, simple stuff like that. Yep. Organizing those thoughts. That's exactly right, Mr. Man.
He said Roy said he's working on his vision board tomorrow, but I'm still keeping info close. I'll say close to the vest.
Okay. Well, good. We'll see who participates next week for the vision board.
Exactly.
The school has a vision board contest actually going on right now. So I think it's one winner per campus that they're doing. So, yeah.
Yeah,
so that's good to
organizing those thoughts, like Mr. Man said. Yeah, exactly.
It's definitely what it is.
That's what it is.
And let me tell you something. When it goes back to like Mr. Man saying about organizing the thoughts, it's let's say you just start dropping random things in there, because that's what we do. We kind of got 4 or 5 PowerPoints right now, and we just dropping ideas in there, the vision of what we see so far. And then, as you say, Mr. Man, we're going to come back, and what I have on page 5 might end up on page 1. Mm-hmm. It's okay that it's out of order right now, because the vision is still coming to fruition in your mind.
Exactly.
And like Ralph says, is even when you are putting it into action, it's still coming to fruition. So you might go to sleep tonight and be like, you know what? I forgot to put the red tree, or I forgot. Like us, we got some red drawers in front of us that y'all can't see. So, all those little things wasn't there at first, but now you starting to really think about it. Now you putting all the pieces together and just drop them in there. So even on your vision board, even if you haven't taped it down yet, just cut out the images that you want and then organize it to where you see the vision going, or where you feel like the vision should be. That's it.
That's it.
And like we said, the value of it, for the people who just joined, the value of your vision, what makes it valuable is because it comes from God. That's what makes it valuable, and it comes from your higher power. So if you don't believe in God and you have a higher power, that's what makes the vision powerful, and that's what makes it valuable.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. And one thing about it is, and I want to say this too, make sure you stay positive. Mm-hmm. Because I looked at a few videos, like she said, she looked at motivational videos and things like that, and I look at them as well. And so one video I saw just the other day was saying, make sure you stay positive. Because the reason why is because when you have that positive mentality, the positive behavior, mm-hmm. positive energy, you're going to attract positive mm-hmm. outcomes.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you keep that positive mentality even though it seems dark. And what was that?
Oh, man.
That was about...
What was it, a cartoon? We watched a cartoon.
We just saw a cartoon.
Yeah, we big kids. So,
yeah, we look at cartoons too. We saw this movie, this cartoon movie called, was it Wonderland?
Wonderland, yes. Was it on Netflix?
It was on Netflix or on demand, one of them.
Okay.
But it was called Wonderland.
Wonderland,
and
yes.
Inside that cartoon, there was a message.
Very powerful message.
Powerful message. And it said that darkness...
Well, let me paint this picture first before you say that. So what happened is Wonderland was like your vision. So Wonderland was like this beautiful place, and it was anything that you can imagine, and you whispered into, this person's ear, and it magically made it happen, right? So then all of a sudden, a dark cloud came over Wonderland. So Wonderland mm-hmm. was kind of like your Six Flags. It was kind of like your what? It was
like Disney, where it was like a magical theme park.
Yeah, basically. That's what it was. And then all of a sudden, like Ralph was talking about,
this was a kid's fantasy. I want to let y'all know the movie. It was a cartoon. It was a kid's vision.
It was a kid's vision.
Mm-hmm. And her parents were actually with her and helping her while she's creating the
mm-hmm.
vision through the movie.
So what happened is, like Ralph said about staying positive, her positivity, because her mom got sick, it turned into negativity. So when the negativity happened, it created a darkness over Wonderland. And so I'm going to have Ralph to go into what they said in the end. So it was a darkness over the Wonderland. The little girl realized that she was creating the darkness over the Wonderland, and that she had to change her mentality, her mindset. And then once she did, what happened to Wonderland, Ben?
One thing about it is that darkness stayed over Wonderland, and then actually the little characters that was a part of the movie actually told her, you know, and they were wondering like, hey, why is there still a little part of darkness that's in the sky, just a little bit of darkness that's still over Wonderland? Even though
don't forget, she changed her mindset.
She changed her mindset. First of all, the huge darkness, and the park was shut down when she was negative. And then all of a sudden, when she changed her mentality, her behavior,
to positive,
her attitude to positive, the clouds shrunk, and it became small and minute, and the park grew. It came back to life. I mean, it was amazing. They added rides, and all types of things happened. But there was still a little bit of small part of darkness that was out there.
Right.
And they were wondering, they asked, like, why is there still a little bit of darkness up there, even though everything's positive?
Right.
And the message came about saying that the darkness is there. And I want everybody to get this.
Right.
Because we have to rewind it and hear it again. It was amazing. We're saying that the darkness is there to remind us of the shining light that always surrounds it.
Right.
Isn't that beautiful?
I thought it was.
That was a beautiful message.
Yeah.
In the middle of a cartoon.
Right.
Like a movie that we were watching.
So in other words, how I took it, and Ralph can tell you how he took it, is like sometimes when you trying to work towards your vision, you're going to have bumpy roads, you're going to have thunderstorms, you're going to have tornadoes, you're going to have all type of bumps in the road, which is that darkness. But the darkness is to remind you that once you get through it, the light is there. So you just got to keep moving forward. You got to keep pushing forward.
Exactly.
And believe. That's another key thing when it comes to the vision. Not only can you see it, not only can you put it down on paper or whatever you're going to do with it, the next thing you have to do is you have to believe in it in your heart. And if you believe it in your heart, yeah, it's going to get rough. Let me tell you, me and Ralph, we got so many things we want to do this year.
Oh, my goodness.
Not this week, but maybe.
Look, we can tell you right now, the finances don't match up with the vision.
Oh, yeah, I
can tell you that right now.
That's important to know.
That's important to know. Because a lot of times your finances may not match up to your vision.
It don't match at all.
At all.
Trust me.
I can tell you that right now. For the level that we are thinking on and we are working towards, it doesn't match up.
No.
At all. So, but still, you still have to make plans to move towards it.
So let me tell you another way to move forward towards it. So let's just say, because this we just heard a pastor talk about this the other night, that God told him to create a separate bank account.
Oh, man.
And title it, I can't remember what the title was.
What you want it to be used for?
Yeah. So let's say your title of your vision is your of your bank account is your new business.
Your new business.
So God told him to open up a bank account, and he didn't have the money. So he was like, God, how am I supposed to do this?
Passion burns like the midnight oil.
Yes.
I hear you.
He said, how am I supposed to do this? And he said, but I knew I had to be obedient. He said, I took $5, opened up that account like God told me to do. And he said it was like that for a couple of years because I couldn't afford to put nothing else in it. Let me tell you, this man right now is over a church in Oklahoma, you guys. And wasn't there like, I don't even know how many $1 million.
It's like at, what was it?
Was it 5 or 6 or was it higher
than
that?
Was it 22 million?
Oh, it's 22 million.
I think it was like 22 million that they brought in last year.
Last year.
1 year.
So God told him, I think that vision for him, when God told him to be obedient, was about like 5 to 7 years ago. Wasn't that long ago. God told him to open up that account, and he was like, God, I don't know what you want me to put in it. but
he couldn't afford anything.
Couldn't afford nothing, but he did what God said. And that's what we talking about with the vision and taking action. When God tells you to do it, it's an assignment. You have to be obedient and do it. It's kind of like us with this shop, you guys. We bought like one chair at a time, put it in the garage. You see what I'm saying?
We didn't even have a garage at first.
We
were in the apartment.
Oh, we had it in the apartment.
We had it in the apartment, in the spare room.
We did.
You know what I mean? So the bottom line is, when you have a vision,
yep, we did.
You're gonna make a way
about that.
towards it.
Yep.
So
we took a TV we wasn't using in our house, and now we're using it to display all of our work on the screen. I mean, when God tells you to do it, you got to do it, and you got to figure out how to do it. And like Ralph said, the budget ain't gonna match.
The budget not gonna.
It's not gonna match, but you have to make it work. How can I make it work? If I need to get card holders, like I'm looking at card holders right now. If the Dollar Tree got some card holders, go get them. Okay, it might not be the ones that you want right now, but guess what? You need something to hold those business cards. Go to the Dollar Tree. Don't be ashamed. Get started, take action, and do what it is that God has told you to do.
And I can tell you right now, anybody who can sit there and design, there's a show back in the day called Design on a Dime that was on HGTV.
I remember.
Anybody that can do that is this lady right here.
What?
This young lady right here. Talking about design on a dime.
I'm a ball on a budget. Okay?
Our shop and all of this, and the house and how she actually designs and everything is ridiculous when it comes to on a dime. She would find these things. She would create these, as you see in the background, the curtain that's hanging, floating curtain, and all of this stuff. She made that curtain out of material from Walmart. It was we got paintings on the wall or art on the wall that she actually created. Went to Goodwill, saw a certain type of just regular painting, took some material, put it over it, stapled it, did the work behind the scenes and all that, and it looked like a totally different art piece. So with saying that, like I said, you always got to have a vision.
Yeah.
Write the vision down. Make sure you document the vision, write it down, show action towards it, make it happen. So
something's happening. We're like something making noise, like.
But that's what we got going on today. Once again, we just want to say, this session was called "Of the Truth Burns: The Value of a Vision."
Yes.
And so
we would like to challenge everybody who's listening to create their own vision board. So whatever that vision board is, if you're an artist and you can draw it out, draw it on a piece of paper. If you're a person like us, we'd rather do it on the computer. Me personally, I love Google Images because in my head, I see the vision. Ralph can't see it. So I'll be like trying to describe it. He has no idea what the heck I'm talking about. So I go to Google Image. I'm like, babe, I see these red curtains and they hanging and they long. And he like, what kind of curtains? I go to Google Images, find it, and then there's my visual of the vision that I have. If you're a person who like to build models, build you a 3D model of what your shop looks like.
Exactly.
Let me tell you, we had students be very specific. I saw brick floors. I had people had little mirrors. They had created sinks out of like Coke caps, like bottle Coke caps.
Someone said, "Hey, Miss LA."
Hey, how are you? Oh, hey, Chili.
It's Chili.
Hey,
what's going on, Chili?
Yeah, so I mean, be as creative as you need to be. I saw people put little bitty pictures on the wall of like barber haircuts, and I mean, very specific. They even went, and this one student went to the store and found some little lights that he put from the top so it shined down on each station. I mean, he really put some thought into that thing. Hey. And be specific. And I promise you, he probably started with the box. Then as he was going, the vision was coming together. He was like, okay, I see the brick floors. Let me find it. All right, I see the picture on the wall. Let me go get it. Like Ralph was saying about these pictures on the wall.
Roy said he had cars in the parking lot of his model.
He sure did. I think he had some trees and bushes on it too. I mean, whatever. And I think he created.
That's amazing.
He created a handicap spot. I mean, his vision went that detailed to where he made sure handicap parking spaces was available in the parking lot.
When you're talking about be specific about your vision,
yeah,
that's what we're talking about. That type of level of detail. You know what I mean? So if you need help, trying to create that vision and everything, just give us a shout. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Give us a call. But of course, like we said, your vision is your vision.
It is.
It is your vision.
And don't let anybody try to sway you into changing your vision, because it goes back to what Mr. Mann said earlier about that it causes conflict. It is going to cause conflict. You want to know why? Because it's not theirs. It's yours. So sometimes, and then like Ralph said earlier too, be careful who you tell your vision to. So if you know a person is negative, or a person is never going to do anything positive in life, or anytime you mention positivity, they're immediately negative, don't ever bring it up to those people. Let them see you do it in silence.
Mr. Man said the mind is a terrible thing to waste. It is. It is, man.
Yes, it is.
So we just want to thank everybody, you know what I mean, definitely for jumping on today and on those Sundays, you know, every Sunday when we have these. I know we missed this past Sunday. We actually had a lot going on. We was extremely tired, and so you know, that's why we wanted to make sure we jump on here this Sunday or whatnot. So thank you, everybody, and once again, man, we enjoyed that fashion show last night. The LAX team Glam Squad showed out last night.
So can I say something about that? That was one of our visions. Our visions was to be involved with a lot of fashion shows, doing hair and makeup at people's events. We actually spoke it into existence. And ever since we moved here, since December 2018, ever since we've been here, we probably wasn't here a month, and we got connected with a magazine in LA and doing hair and makeup. We have been doing it ever since. So that was one of our visions, to be part of fashion shows and photo shoots. And now we even to the point to where we got our own photo shoots and our own magazine. So I mean, you got to speak that thing into existence. You got to put that thing on paper, and it actually will happen as long as you believe.
And one of the things that we are doing as well, we're looking to build networks. We're looking to build partnerships.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because we understand that a lot of times your vision, you can't do your vision just yourself, like you alone.
Yeah, especially if it's a large vision.
And especially if it's a large vision, you need partnerships.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And that's one of the things that we are working on. We're in the process of working on building partnerships, building networks. And we made some great like network partnerships last night. Man, we connected with some great people last night, and so we're definitely looking forward to sitting down with these people and actually making some things happen here in the near future.
So look for it. You guys gonna see us like you've been seeing us all over the place.
Exactly.
I don't know how I do it. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like I work 7 days a week. I don't even know what to say. But I'm doing it. I'm being obedient. That's what it is.
She had clients this morning. She did the show last night. Actually, left school. Put it like this: left school from instructing. Then went to the show, fashion show. Worked until from 1 to 9. Went to sleep late. Then we end up waking up this morning, coming in because we had a client to do. And also we have one-on-one training that she does.
Yes.
So she had a potential, as far as with an actual student. She's actually licensed already as a cosmetologist working MGM resorts or whatnot. And but she wanted some barber training, some haircut training. So she actually, Miss LA actually trained her and gave her some training. And it's actually going to be some continuous training.
Right.
So if you're interested.
And that was one of my visions too. One-on-one training.
Yes. So one-on-one training. So actually, if you're interested, anybody out there, she actually does one-on-one training for haircutting techniques. Oh, and makeup.
Yes. Makeup will be coming soon. So look for that. I'll be promoting that here. Hopefully in the next couple of weeks or so, or maybe a month. I need to get all my stuff together. But anybody looking for makeup training, I'm your girl.
All right.
All right, you guys. We're going to let you go.
Everybody, appreciate it. Thanks for the love, support, Mr. Man. You know, Roy, Chili,
Q, Jazzy,
Snipes,
Jamie,
everybody who jumped on.
Yeah, appreciate you guys.
Appreciate it.
Next week we'll be on. We don't know what we're going to talk about yet. However, if you guys have a topic that you would like us to talk about, please DM it or just message us and let us know. And then we'll go from there. Bye. Chili, bye.
Catch you guys later. We love y'all. Appreciate the support. Thanks once again. And DM us those suggestions on what you would like for us to discuss and talk about. So, thank you once again. This is The Truth Burns.
Yes.
I'm Ralph. Miss LA.
Miss LA.
We out of here.
Peace.
Peace.
Whatever.